Next year we celebrate USA 250, right? The US Mint is not that far behind it. It's going to be a lot of fun overall. But through this time, one coin stands out as the most beautiful silver coin ever struck. Now, many are going to say, well, it's the Silver Eagle, which is now 40 years old this year. And it's like, well, where did that design come from? It came from the original Walking Liberty half dollar, issued earlier in the last century. And tonight, not only do we have some of the walkers, we have them available 30s dated only. The good stuff, the real good stuff. Here we go. So we're calling this the 1930s Walking Liberty half dollar grouping. That's what they are. The quality or condition we call a super slider. Because when you look at these coins, you're going to believe they're uncirculated. We're telling you they're not. Because the jump to uncirculated in the 1930s is a very pricey coin. And a difference between a 55 and a 57, which is a beautiful coin, like you're seeing here, to a 60 can be $60, $70, $100. And if that's the market for an Unk, saying these were Unk is just not fair to anybody. Just not what we do here. So tonight again, a super slider is the term Don came up with years ago. And the grading scale, the Sheldon scale, is 0 to 59 for circulated, and then 60 to 70 for uncirculated. And the higher the number is, the better the quality. Unk being 60, these are all going to be in that 53, 55, 57 range. They're all gorgeous looking coins. And again, tonight, our price, $49.95. Now, if you're familiar with the Walking Liberties during the 1930s, that up to 4 different matters. Because they only made them for 6 years, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. And tonight, the grouping that we've been buying slowly over the last 6 months, we can do up to 4 different coins. And you might get lucky and get a 35P and a 35D or an S. That includes branch mints, which in the 1930s are big premium coins. But they're all part of this family tonight. Our price, just $49.95, the AVC way. Now, the Silver Eagle, as I referenced earlier, this year, 2025, we celebrate the 40th anniversary. We took the design of this beautiful half dollar and blew it up to a silver dollar in 1986. And that Silver Eagle today is the dominant silver dollar in the world today. And part of it because it's US backed, but the other part is because it's beautiful. Bar none, it's the most beautiful silver coin ever struck by the US Mint. It was part of President Theodore Roosevelt's Making America's Coins Great Again program in the early part of the 1900s. At that time, all of our coins looked the same, and he wanted them all to have their own unique character and tell their own unique story about our history. Here, the eagle, right, our symbol, and then the obverse is Lady Liberty, wrapped in the flag, rocking across the country from east to west, the sun setting in the west. Just an outright gorgeous design. And we've had some beautiful designs, the Standing Liberty Quarter, the Mercury Dime, to name a few others that all came out at the same time, all gorgeous. But one can only be the best, and this is that bestest design. Outright special. Can I re-hit the grading again? Yes. So the grading scale that is used in the coin industry is a 70-point scale. It's known as the Sheldon scale. And it's broken into 2 components. For a circulated coin, a 0 basically means you can tell it's a piece of metal and you can't tell what's on it. And that goes all the way to 59. And the higher the number, the better the quality of coin. Right? And traditionally, the more expensive the coin. When you get to 60, from 60 to 70 is where the uncirculated coins that never made it into commerce. You didn't use it at your grocery store, you didn't use it at the drugstore, you didn't use it at the gas station. It was kept by banks and or individuals since day one as a collector's piece. Super slider is our phrase because if I use the word about uncirculated, I talk about an uncirculated coin. Am I talking about uncirculated as a coin, or am I talking about uncirculated as the coin? Where I pause there can be significant price differences, and it's not fair. So years and years ago, Don, who talked faster than I do, used the word super slider. You look at it, you think it's an unk, it slides by. When you get to the high points, you send it in for certification. If that's what you do, you're going to know it's going to come back somewhere in the middle 50s on the numeric scale. Great stuff. Competition. Here we go. $49.95 tonight, right? If you take the years I referenced, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, right, the 7 years that this beautiful coin were made throughout the 1930s, and you look at the coins in circulated condition, they're going to range from $46.50 up to $61. Those are for fine 12s. 12s. So basically 12s will cost you the same as our 53, 55s. If you want to jump to the next level, that is a whole different story. Uncirculated, they are between 120 and 150 for what they call about uncirculated, or AU, which is another abbreviation for it. They're somewhere between $89 and $99 a coin. Ours, as you see on your screen right now, $49.95. And tonight you can buy as many as you'd like, but if you buy 4, you'll get 4 different year and or mint mark variations. Guys, give me a 30-second clock. We're getting down to our last couple dozen coins. These are gorgeous, outright gorgeous. Just high and high end. And again, they slide by as an unk, but they technically are not, and we know that. We're discussing it. They're just beautiful coins, and for the price, again, with them at almost double our prices for the same quality, and we're talking about only the 1930s, by the way, which is the sweet spot. The average mintage in the 1940s, they were over 45 million coins a year when you look at P's, D's, and S's. During the 1930s, they were basically give or take 10 million. Significantly rarer. We're talking 1 in 4 type of numbers. Yet today, still affordable. Well, here anyways, while they last. Thanks for listening.